Good morning. We're going to do some morning activation to wake ourselves, our body, and our mind, and be fresh and empowered for the day. Let's begin. Sit together. Hi. Good. We spread our feet, our shoulder width to replace all we need to feel comfortable. And then we think and we feel the top of our head being light, being up. And from there, we're going to think in nothing, in emptiness, like in zero. Just stop trying to do anything, just empty and feel and observe and watch and contemplate inside you, your eyes closed. Feel your breathing. Feel all the little movements that happen in your body while you breathe. And try to feel comfortable there to create the space you need. Every part of your body to feel relaxed and open, natural, while standing in emptiness. So if I feel anything too much, I try to dissolve it. I try to find balance in this nothing. No protagonist here, just looking for emptiness, quietness, stillness, comfort. Go. And from this zero, from this emptiness up in our head, we are going to let the weight to go down and sink into one leg. So my head is still up and all my weight is going down to press over one of my feet. And I try to get this connection from the ground in one leg to the top of my head. So how do I adapt my body a little back and forward, left and right? Feel the whole structure of my feet giving me support. Letting my weight round and at the same time letting my weight to grow up and reach my head, reach my shoulder, reach my spine, reach my hand. Each part of my body present and unlocked, able to be moved in all the directions so I can integrate my weight, my structures with this root. Good. And I will switch to the other root. Always these oppositions working. My head is up with this emptiness and potential coming from up to down. And all my structure, all my weight travels to my body to reach that ankle and that foot, to discharge and ground, and to rise and react the energy from the ground back into my center, into my spine, my head, my arms, my whole body. I have still this freedom to modify the position for every part of my body, being standing in one leg, but very soft, recognizing this central balance and this peripheral capacity of expansion and coming back. But empowering, making this connection, this link between my head and the ground, to my body, to one leg, more and more present. Good. Now we place both roots and we merge these two energies. Energy of one leg coming up, going to the center and going through the other leg to the ground. And making this circular energy and also making this opposition between one side and the other side, allowing us to accumulate energy in our root with the ground. The ground is firm and it's always reacting to our energy. I can push the ground and the energy comes back. I can push with both legs the ground and the energy comes back. And that energy meets and accumulate and fusion and generate more energy by opposition and by circulation. And inside that relation, I can also move and creating this energy flow, this power flow inside, and it's helping me to create space inside me, not to get stiff or rigid. It's like a tire, pneumatic that I put more air, and then I can move the air. I can move and press the tire, but it's still elastic inside. And always playing with this two-dimensional energy, recognizing the three planes and axes. So we are free inside this limb. And now we stabilize these two energies, and between this energy that opposite and accumulate, we imagine the third energy going up to our spine through our head. So we have these two energies going to the ground, from the ground reacting, coming and meeting, and from meeting they connect, they spiralize, and they grow up to the volume of my spine and my center to reach my head and the top of my head, but without losing the creating of these two energies. So from my center, I have these three energies going out. These two are bouncing against the ground and coming back and pushing this up. And always this is falling again down and in. Don't lose any part of your feet. From your ankles, feel your heels, feel your metatarsals, your toes, the big and the little one, external side of your feet. Again, your heel and then the energy into your ankles, rising the energy, creating space inside the soil of your feet, inside your knees, inside your hips, inside your spine. Also recognize the base of your pelvis. Also relax your chest and your shoulders. Also raise your head and relax your jaw and your throat. So now these three energies meet again in my center, from my head to my center, from my leg to my center. And these three energies getting together allows me to open the energy to my back, to my both arms and hands. They are rising from my center. And I imagine that my hands are growing from my center. I can think in my sacrum and my coccyx, and that triangle grows to my spine, to my ribs, to my shoulders, to my hands, to my fingers. So the energy is reaching to my hands because of the reaction and the reaccumulation and the recirculation of the energy inside my system. So I always going from nothing to the ground, from one leg into the other leg, and from both legs to my spine and my head, and from my head back to my center and my legs, and from there to my spine and my arms and my hands. So always I do all the little movements I feel and I need to connect, to integrate my hands, my fingers, my wrists, my forearm, my elbows, my arms and my shoulders, with my spine, with my center, with my hips, my knees, my ankles, my feet on the ground, and also with my head. Everything always has to be reaching to the ground and then coming out from the ground to reach all my body. I will keep my arms present, but I will let them be more relaxed, but without abandoning them. They are present now. They are receiving energy from my center and coming back. They're receiving energy from my center and coming back. As my legs, as my head. All the energy goes and comes back. It's a circulation, it's a flow. Now, I'm going to think over these five energies, my three main energy centers. I will think in my lower dantian, and from there, how the energy expands to my legs, to my hips, to my knees, to my ankles, to my feet, and how this dantian can move two-dimensionally, or it can go to a side, to the other side, back and forward, down and up, and turn a little in any angle, like a balloon, like a ball, and create space, recognition of the time, more detail inside your skin, your body, your muscles, your joints, but always this flow, this circulation that is rising. We're creating energy all the time. From that dantian, the energy rises to my middle dantian, in the middle of my chest, inside, in the diaphragm, my heart, my lungs area. And from there, how the energy expands from behind to my ribs, to my arms, my hands. And the same idea, I can move this dimensionally, back and forward, down and up, left and right, and I can make it turn in the three axes and in any axis I want, but I'm not losing the energy from behind, from down, but it's rising. It's like when we open the water key, the water leak, and the energy goes through, and we are just moving the place where the energy is being liberated. This is an elastic work. And if you find any uncomfortable place, how do you integrate that place? How do you breathe with that place? How do you get in, get out, and get around that place? Stabilize. And now we reach to our higher center, inside my head, inside my brain, between my ears. And from there, the same idea that I can move my head left and right, back and forward, up and down, and I can make it turn. And the expansion of the energy from the center to my ears, to my jaw, to my nose, to my eyes, to my senses, to my skin. From my head, I can feel and think on my body. I can listen all the time. I want to listen more at every angle, at every position. So I have my head, my chest, my pelvis, my legs, my arms, my ears, and my jaws, and stabilize all my body. So now I reconnect everything from nothing, up and high and empty, to one leg, to the other leg, to both legs, on my spine, back to my center, growing to my both arms, back to my center, and reconnecting the three centers. Tantien, lower tantien, middle tantien, higher tantien. Now I'm here, and I imagine again from this high place, or this empty place, or this top place, these 5 lines that will go down. One line will go to my spine, to the base of my pelvis and my coccyx. We can go back and forward. Boom. This first line. The 2 seconds lines will go also from back and forward to both of my legs. And the 4th and 5th lines will go to my arms again, out and in. So I have these 5 huge segments coming from my head down to my body, giving me volume and integration. And from my head, I can modify these 5 segments. From my head, I can reach to all of my fingers of my hands. I can reach to all of my toes and my heels. I can reach to my sacrum, my coccyx, my ischius, and my pubis. So this idea of elastic volume, we are always just recognizing and reintegrating our globality, adding more and more details over and over, and keeping always this in-between position. So the circulation, the energy has to be active. I cannot be abandoned to be here. So now we're going to add our attention to our main joint. So we add attention to our ankles, which are the possibilities of our ankles, bend and extend to get a little in and a little out, both ankles. Then both knees, we add the attention to the possibility of movement to our both knees, to extend, to bend, to go a little in, a little out. Then to our both hips, then to our both wrists, Same as Dia. Being able to extend and flex, to go lateral and to spiral. Then to our both elbows, we can extend and bend of legs. Then to our both shoulders. And our shoulders, they can move a lot. You can go up and down and left and right and back and forward. And they can rise and low and go forward, open and close. And then our head with our neck. And we can think in all the spine from here. In this joint on my neck, I can modify my head, and from modifying my head, I can modify all the vertebrae until the sacrum and the coccyx. Okay, we stabilize. And now we're gonna add the detail of each toe and each finger with each of their joints. So my hand, each finger has 3 joints. The thumb has 2, but it has the metatarsian articulation, metacarpian articulation, and also the energy of my hand, and also with my toes on my feet. I can open and close and bend. And I will also add the energy of my tongue inside my mouth. Or can I get more and more detail from leading the energy from this little place? So I'm leading the energy from these places. My fingers are going through space, and my toes are the one who pushes and holds this back all the time, the energy that I lead over there. And my tongue is the one who regulates and connects everything. But help me get in with my breathing and my center. Good. So now, I stabilize. I try to feel, to reconnect with this globality, from this emptiness, to my body, to one leg, to the other leg, to both legs, to my spine and my head, back to my center, to my spine and my arms, back to my center and my 3 centers, again from my head to my 5 segments, my arms, my legs, my spine, then to my main joint, my wrist, my elbows, my shoulders, my ankles, my knees, my hips, my neck, my fingers, my toes, my tongue. And now we are going to think in these gates, these 6 gates, the center of my palm, the center of my palm, the center of my feet, the center of my feet, the base of my pelvis, my perineum, the top of my head. These 6 places are places where I can send the energy out, or I can have energy in, or I can close and keep the energy in. And at the same time, with these 6 places, we are going to think in the contact of our tongue with the palate, and also with our mind focused inside our Santian. And when we breathe in, energy comes in from these 6 places and accumulates in our tantien. And when we breathe out, we press our tantien, we compress the tantien, and we send the energy out to our hands, our feet, and our head. We close down. We don't send energy down to the pelvis. We keep this door shut. Then we breathe in, we compress, and breathe out. Breathe in, compress, and breathe out. We look for elastic energy. And we can direct this at any direction we want. Good. Stabilize. So all of this present. And now we're going to play more with the possibilities of movement two-dimensional in our body. So we're going to connect first with the energy of our axis and this energy of getting closer from the front side, coming back and getting closer from the back side. So all my body is helping me, my 3 centers, the energy of my legs and my arms is helping me in this recognition of this relation of the energy from my back and my front side and my lateral. Good. Stabilize. And now we are the second energy, being able to turn to one side and to the other side. The energy of the spine from my center. So I try not to move my pelvis, so the energy spiralizes around the axis. If I move my pelvis, I will move my whole body and don't create this elastic work around. And if you feel that using your hands can help you, use them to create this dual spiral energy going around. Good. We get back to the middle. And now we play with the idea of being able to let the body to compress a little and to expand. We have to combine these energies we've been just using, the idea of expansion and contraction for the axis, combining the energy from back and forward. And to get more space between my vertebrae. And then I want to relax them and let them to go wider. Good. I stabilize, and I think in my arms, and I have this energy that is closing in, and then I have this energy that is opening out and back. So now are the arms, the one who move and make the whole body to adapt. Or help me opening my back part, and how they help me opening my front part. You can place them where you feel the connection. You are creating the connection. You are not copying me. So you adapt all the time. You create all the time where you feel it more. Good. And now we connect with this idea of they bend closer to me and they go away from me. They come closer to me and they go away from me. They come closer to me and they go away from me. They come closer and they go away. They come closer and they go away from any direction. They come closer and they go away. When they're coming closer, they can be bringing energy in, and when they go out, they can send the energy out, and they can move. If something in the middle, I will be able to grab it to get it to me, and if I have something over me, I can push it away. I'm pulling towards me, and I'm pushing away. I'm pulling towards me, and I'm pushing away. Good. And we can combine these two energies, the spiral in and the spiral out, the way we want, while we bring in or while we push away. Good. Stabilize. And now we go to our legs. My center, my hips, my knees, my ankles, my feet. So my feet can turn in and out, in and out. The energy from my center and my hip that reaches my ankle, and they are my toes or my heels. So I play with this dual relation. How can I open and close? And I'm using always both energy of both legs. And I choose which part of each feet support me. My toes and my metatarsian is the lateral side of my heels, but I can connect this and this. And also can let my feet stable and also play a little with this energy and understand what generates in my pelvis. If I close in, if I open and close. Okay. And also I have this other relation like with our arms. I can think in bringing one leg in and then pushing away. I can think in bringing the leg in and then pushing away. In every direction I want, to bring in and to push away, to bring in and to push away, to bring in and to push away. So we play doing this. And always being in control to get the energy back in to our roots, to our center, to our head, to our tongue, to our fingers. We always still have these 8 gates. See, hand, feet, head, perineum, tongue, and tantien present, and chest relaxed. 9. Let's make them 9. And play with all the possibilities in and out, back and forward, and all the in between places. And let all of your body help you, your hands, your arms, all help. We are moving energy, we are moving matter around. The air is matter, it's soft water. Okay, now we are moving just one routine and the other one in the air. What happens if we think in bringing the energy from my legs both at the same time? So for example, I'm bringing energy to my center from my legs, and then I'm sending the energy away. Yes? So this idea is not I'm going down, is I want to get my feet closer to my center. So I'm rising the energy from my legs to my center so they get together and they charge. And then I send the energy away from my center to my legs. I'm playing with this. So as I go lower, I charge more energy. So I have to be expanding and stabilizing to get the energy, and then I can boom, push it away. Boom. And I'm still using the spiral of both legs. You remember that the first thing we did is 1 and 2. 1 and 1, and then 2, and then 3. So I have both all the time. All the sequence of connecting is always present. So I can grow and grow these 2 sides all the time. And I can begin playing with this, using different supports on each leg and letting the support to be flexible, adaptable while I use them. And always my whole body is helping me to control my movement, my balance. So I can begin to play more. I can begin to play more. I'm always generating the energy, creating the space to move it, and gathering and charging it to be able to move it out again. Good. So now we go to stabilize again to this position, this Changchuan position. We try to feel the entire volume of our body, all of our skin, from the head to all of our fingers and toes, to our back and forward, to our laterals. Try to feel all of our joints with space. So all of our bones are comfortable with space. They are not compressed. They are floating in our energy, and we can breathe. Everything inside us is alive, is moving, is breathing, is connecting, it's getting nourished, it's in harmony with ourselves and with the world around. So if we feel any uncomfortable place, how do we relax it, move it, and integrate it? We are just one structure, one self, one energy, one life. Or do I enjoy the unity, the balance, the quietness, just to be present, grateful, joyful, empowering, nourishing ourselves. If we let our center to go a little closer to our legs and let our legs, our feet to get closer to our center, we will lower our center closer to the ground and we'll have to rise more energy and we'll have more energy to move, to use, to hold our structure. So how do I use the energy from my legs to my center and spine to get to my hands and fingers and my head? And how do I use the weight of my arms, my head, my spine, thorax, abdomen, and pelvis to send weight my legs to the ground? This is energy circulation, recirculation all the time. We always keep this idea of opening and breathing and reconnecting and recirculating. And now just really, without losing this globality and this union, you'll just move the way you feel like, the way you feel you need to integrate even more your energy, your body, or to massage, or to stretch, but always feeling this globality, using this globality. So you can play with places to stretch. You can play with movement, integration, and transitions, and getting more and more detail of different parts of your body. You can play with places where you have to do more power and strength, getting closer and away to the ground. But always we are creating and holding and recirculation the energy we generate all the time because our weight and because of sending our pushes to the ground. And how do we create these elastic tensions to stretch between combining the position and the direction around us, from us. And that at every position, we still have the possibility and the power to modify each joint, each joint, each of my vertebrae in my spine is a joint. Okay. When you feel it, you will just stand and replace your posture until you find a more comfortable posture to be standing at your own way. And you feel that your body from the inside is full, like a balloon or like a glove. If you inflate a glove, each finger, each part of the glove is with energy from the inside. So you take your time to feel that from our center, we are inflating all of our volume from inside, and not to get it tight, to get it present and integrated and comfortable to all of our joints. And once we found this place, we just breathe there. I can keep my mind open to feel my globality. All of my skin, all of my cells, all of my joints, all of my weight, all of my bones, all of my blood inside me moving, all of my systems, my organs getting nourished, getting this life energy. Good. And I will drop a little, and then I will expand and inhale. Place my hand together, press a little coming down, and exhale. And inhale. Press hands against each other, a little pressure down, and exhale. Inhale. We hold air a little, then we begin the pressure, and then we release the air when we feel it. Make the energy come from the ground to all of your body around, to get it together and to bring it back, increasing it down to your center on the ground and your legs. 3 more. One last. And we place our hands in our lower tantien under our navel. I think storing all this energy we move to keep it flowing inside us, regulating, nourishing all of our systems and cells. We slide our hands to our back, we press a little, forward, thinking our center again. We integrate the whole structure, back and forward and back, left and right and left, up and down and out, up and down and up, in and out and in. And we connect with gratitude and joyful, and we send that energy to each of our cells and organs and systems. So we inhale gratitude, and we exhale joy. Let your thoughts and breathing reach all of your cells and structures and volume. Go. And softly relax your arms. Give the weight so you can recover one foot and the other one. Thank you very much. Have have a beautiful day.